Hi friends, welcome back to Roll for Booty Live. We are back again with our 4th episode, playing a mini-series using 1985 games, Obojima, Tales from the Long Grass. We're super excited to get here. Unfortunately, Alex, who plays Jesse, has a family emergency and he will not be joining us today. He will be piloted in the background by me. But we're super excited to welcome a guest player with us today, Shawn from the Delver channels. Hi, Shawn. Welcome to us.
Howdy.
He will be playing a character that wins soon, and we'll get right into it. Last episode, we had a mini shopping episode as you guys wandered the town of Norineko. We then went and stayed at the seaside bed and breakfast where you guys spent the night. Samuel decided to go sleep under the stars with a bottle of wine, in which he was woken up by a sheep herder with very interesting questions, and Sam moved on away with his luckily not spilt bottle of wine back to the group. You guys picked up where you left off. Joe brought suspicious things back from the bathroom, wrapped in paper towels, I believe he said. UA
Paper towels, butcher paper.
Butcher paper. I'm so sorry. The strength of butcher paper trumps paper towels. It is a huge difference. With UA and Samuel's guidance, you guys walked through the grasslands. He led you guys up to what he called the Wandering Forest, which is exactly that. It is a forest that gets up and moves, completely blowing all expectations out on any forest you've heard so far. Obviously, this forest kicks ass. You guys traveled slightly into it, not very far before Sam decided to talk to a bird and let you guys know through trial and error that birds are dicks, and quickly found the spirit spuds, which are potatoes, turnips, and beets that are the inhabitants of spirits that just really like carbs. Some of them were chill, some of them were spooky, but they were all guarded by a child named Tuber who was living off them. During negotiations, because you need an ingredient for a potion that's very important to get into the castle, which is one of their legs, one of them bit you and sent you guys into combat immediately. It was a really tough fight. It knocked most of you really low. With the help of UA, your little backup kid, you were able to pull it out. And Sam spent a lot of his energy and he put everything he had into the defense, and the corruption that he has found himself has drained a lot out of him, to the point where he has been coughing up blood and has starting to pass out. He's on his knees right now, staring at the blood and the phlegm in his hands, as you guys are back in that field with an unconscious potato boy and dead little potatoes, turnips, and beets litter the battlefield like a really messed up feudal Japan era war, but they're all cute vegetables. What would you like to do?
So did I pass out, or am I still conscious?
You're on the verge of passing out. Your eyesight is going kind of blue. It's hard.
Sure, then I assume I'm still coughing right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're hacking up really hard. Let's do a Constitution saving throw to get you to stop.
That's a 16.
Okay, it takes a minute and a half, and it's incredibly painful, but you are able to not pass out and stop the coughing. UA is gonna walk up to Tadashi and just does he have asthma or something?
I don't quite know. sort of the second time we've watched something weird like this happen.
Well, we got what we need. We actually have, you have 3 pairs of beat legs, which is 5 times the amount you need, actually. You only needed 1 for the rest of everything. We should probably just get out of here and find somewhere to sleep then, right?
That sounds like a good plan, and I'm gonna go over and gently try to help Samuel do his feet.
Despite how brusque he's been with her before, he's weakened enough at this point that he, like, does accept her help.
The background behind Tadashi fades from horror into, like, a gradient purple, blue,
Yep.
and, like, single color stars glitter behind. Everyone's eyes are 3 times the size.
Correct.
K-pop plays in the background.
Mhm.
It's happening.
Like soft violin. Yeah.
And then, like, blood. So you guys are gonna start moving out of the forest and head back to the grasslands. It's starting to get dusk.
As they start to walk away, I say, "Oh, well, folks, wait up! What are we doing about this little fella?" And I'm like prodding the child that they've knocked unconscious.
There is an unconscious boy.
Are we just leaving him out in the field?
I mean, it's his home, right?
Yue kind of just like nods.
He lives here.
That makes as
Yeah.
much sense as any, right? Like...
All right. I will unfurl one of the butcher papers and put it down.
Okay. Are you gonna write like "eat me" on it?
Sure.
Yeah.
It's a real Alice in Wonderland
Because
proposition here.
If you don't write, I'm telling you, behind the DM screen, if you don't write "eat me" to your wax scoop, he's not gonna eat it.
Oh, see, I assumed that he didn't know how to read. So he's just gonna...
Right?
That's also true.
His intelligence is an 8. He'll work it out. He knows
Okay,
eat.
alright.
Into the grasslands, you'll notice that the sun is setting over the hills towards the east, where the large mountain is, and night is coming. And UA is gonna just like kind of look at you guys like, what do you guys want to do? We can start.
The mountain's where we're headed to, right?
Towards the mountains is where we're heading to. Yue says he'll point towards the mountains, which is on the north side of the grasslands, and he's gonna say the airfield is over there. So that's kind of the direction.
How much further would you say we gotta go?
3 days,
3 days? Oh, yeah.
3-4 days.
Yeah, we're all a little rough after that fight. We should probably just go ahead and make an early camp. I mean, does this look like a good spot, Billy, or...
Not really.
Okay, then I want to just, then at that point, let's go a bit further, but I want to make survival check to try to start finding a good spot.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead, give me a survival. You're back on your own 2 legs at this
Oh no! That's an 8.
8. So it's gonna take you it's gonna take you longer, but
That's fine.
it gets too close to about 7 p.m. 7 p.m. Dusk is set by now. You're gonna start seeing smoke, actually. Kind of the direction that you're going. You're on a really easy trotted path, and you see that it is connecting over a mountain, and on the other side, not a mountain, a little hill, and on the other side of that hill, you see smoke of a, quite frankly, obvious campfire.
How far would I say that is from us?
You'd spot that, like 0.75 miles away. Not quite.
Okay, I'll point it out to everyone else, but I'd say we, if it's someone friendly out here in the wilderness, we could maybe have a friendly fire to camp around.
Is it on the path or it's off the path?
It's on the path. It looks like it's in the
But
direction that the path is going.
Alright, this isn't like a road, though. I thought this is just like a...
Just a path.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, carts have gone through here, but nothing enough to, like, solidify it as, like, this is the eastern road.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll look at the others and say, well, I can go ahead and take a quick look and report back.
I can come with you.
Sweet. So we'll get everyone up pretty close. We'll say like 400 feet. Just my guesstimation, and then we'll have the two sneaky boys roll in. Let's do stealth checks for my homies.
Stealth in time.
Stealth in time. Ooh, yeah.
Oh, okay, it's a 13. 18.
23.
Shawn, can you roll me a perception check for me?
Do you want me to message you the number or just out loud?
You can message me the number. That's fun. So secret.
Keep it secret. Keep it safe.
Nice. What was yours again, Robert?
Sorry, now I'm trying to message you.
I'm so popular. It's happened, Mom.
I guess I'm just gonna text you.
As you guys, how close do you guys want to get to this camp?
I'm trying to get a good look at, the inhabitants. But like, I mean, it depends also what type of like reasonable cover we have.
For sure.
Because I get pretty close if we have reasonable cover, but if there's not reasonable cover,
Yeah. So as you have pretty good cover. There's a lot of brush. As you guys get pretty close, you're gonna notice the fire immediately. You see tent camps, 3 little they're decent tents. I don't need to shade your camp experience. You've got nice camps. You see a well-traveled man with red hair. You see another human with he's definitely more sloppier. He's kind of like antithesis of a brooding man. He's just wide, bald, no beard, staring off into space. And you see another one that is kind of like wrapped in a cloak, and they're all standing around a fire and they're talking. You can't really pick up much what they're talking about. You see there's a large dilapidated, really old building that's kind of by them. There's really not much like marking on it. It just looks like wood. You see that they are kind of at like a crossroads where this path is going here, and then it kind of moves off into a different direction. And Shawn, you see a very handsome, brooding man in a bush, and you two kind of make eye contact for a quick second. And Robert, you notice that this man does actually see you for a split second. And it's just like the Spider-Man meme. You just like point at each other. Shawn, if you could describe your character's appearance for me.
Yeah, you see a human with kind of tanned skin, like an olive skin tone, kind of scraggly black hair, kind of a 5 o'clock shadow, wearing this more like traditional Ronin style attire. And as he makes eye contact with you at a distance, he goes, "Hey there, stranger. Traveling the road late at night?"
Robert, if you could describe your character again, and you also see a friendly mailman who is also hiding in a bush very close by. If Robert, you could describe your character, and Nick, if you could describe your character after that, just to catch everybody up.
So Samuel is a probably like, he looks to be fairly young, like definitely in his 20s, and he looks a little haggard, like he's got circles under his eyes. But he's dark-eyed, dark-haired, brooding, and like Billy said. He has his eyes are quick and darting, like he's clearly like he's surprised. He's very surprised that you saw him, and he's like looking around and trying to like make sure that you don't have somebody walking up behind him or anything. But he is coming out of the bush and kind of putting his hands out to show that he's, you know, he doesn't have any weapons like out on him, but he does have on his side. You can see he has a sword and a whip and a bow over his back. He's wearing some armor, not like heavy plate or anything, but it's some, I think it's scale.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. Some scaled armor that would be in the style of the locals. I found it out here, so
It's mine.
that's me.
And the friendly mailman.
Joe River looks like the perfect average American man. He's got dark hair. He's wearing a old-timey postal uniform that now has studded leather, kind of like the Fallout armored vault suit look, where it's just the one pauldron of leather and a strap, basically. And he's got a big satchel, and he's carrying, like he also puts his hands up. He's obviously armed by what look like large, long letters that have been like covered in thick wax. And then he's very clearly got like knives and stuff in his backpack or his like satchel thing. And he puts his hand up and he's the opposite countenance of Sam, where he's smiling as he stands up now that he's been caught.
Both are very well armed for the grasslands. Looking to share a meal, or?
Do we have the corpses of the little beat guys?
Yes. Jesse has the beat corpse.
Well, we don't have. Me and you don't.
Okay. Well, yeah, sure, stranger. We just got done killing a whole bunch of little starch gremlins.
Starch gremlin. I'm gonna write that down. I like that.
Well, more the merrier. Feel free to come on over.
The other two who are accompanying the very welcoming and friendly person that you're talking to, the big guy kind of just like has a big shock because he has no apps. He wasn't really even posting guard at all. He's just gonna I'll get more potatoes. We can make a stew. And he starts like running into a camp, and he starts like, you just hear pans and everything like just slap around, and he seems really excited. The other one is completely silent, and he's just like staring at both of you like with full intent. You can tell this is the Sam of their group. He's probably just gonna keep an eye out on you guys.
So Sam is going to kind of look between the three of them, and he's still got his hands up, and he says, "We have a couple other friends. 2 others.
Well, I don't see them.
Well, we weren't sure if you were friendly or not. You'll have to
Understandable.
excuse us, but most of the things we've encountered out here have been less than hospitable."
I can understand that, but feel free to stay here if you'd like. Feel free to move on. Entirely up to you all, but we do have a fire going, and we can have food ready in a short bit.
We appreciate the hospitality. If you don't mind, I'll get the two of my 2 friends. Joe, you want to stay here?
Sure, I'm Joe Rivers, and I'll put my hand out.
Pleasure to meet you, Joe. And he takes his hand and shakes it.
And Sam, like while they're shaking hands, just like immediately dips off,
Yeah.
like slinks away.
Shawn, if I could get you to just roll investigation for me real fast, just for funsies. You can say it above.
That is a 5.
Beautiful. Okay, and Sam heel steps his way over through the grasslands, and you get back to Tadashi and Jesse and Yue, who are like eagerly awaiting. Yue has a knife and he's like ready to go. Like, what's happening? What's happening?
They seem to be friendly. There's 3 of them. Though if any of you want to stay on the sidelines and keep yourselves hidden, I think you'll be all right.
I just would like to rest, so if they're friendly, that's fine by me.
Well then, come on.
Yep, and they'll
Great.
join you. After very few minutes of Joe, what I'm assuming just beaming huge smile at everybody one at a time and moving through. And
Are you local, or are you from the island, or are you off the island like us, or are you local?
No, I'm from the island.
Well, then a lot of stuff's not going to make sense to you.
Nothing. Anything hardly ever does.
few moments pass and Sam returns with a lady. She's accompanied by a boy wearing a really baggy t-shirt and fun, breezy seaside shorts, cargo shorts with a huge backpack on his back. Next to him is another man with a full beard, really dark hair. He's got like a really nice like button-up vest on over a long sleeve shirt and dark pants, and he also has a briefcase that he is holding on to. And Tadashi, if you can explain your character for me.
Yes. So Tadashi, a 19-year-old girl. Let me get my dogs to stop fighting. There we go. Is a 19-year-old girl. She has on a rhythmic gymnastics lead that has been reinforced with studded leather and little ballet shoes. And her long black hair is pulled up into a big high side pony. And she would just go, charmed to meet you, Tadashi Tsuno. Lovely, I know, it's great to meet me.
That it is. He'll take the hand and kind of bow his head.
Great. I heard there was food?
Yes, my companions Alfredo and Curly are going to be whipping it up pretty soon.
I'm
You might-
Alfredo. And it's the big
That's-
bald guy.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
That's Alfredo.
How good for you?
I hope you like potatoes.
I sometimes eat those.
He's
And
gonna
Mr.
start
Cooper, you
working
have the
away on a
beets?
big pot of an easy to make stew that it's gonna have some meat in it, so the smell is starting to like really hit you like, oh, this was primo. Like, hell yeah. Good salted shit. Anyway, sorry, I don't know why I went off on that.
I get the top halves of the beets and I present them. So there's just the horrible agony faces of beets without their legs.
Joe holds up
Goodness.
3 beets that are like, they have eyes
They're
on them.
huge, first of all, right? I mean,
They're huge.
they're
They've obviously been beaten.
They're bruised.
Oh,
They're bruised and cut, and one of them is burned a little bit. And they've got these. So when you fought them, they had these big,
None of them have legs.
round, no legs, big round eyes. They're now just X's. As you pull them up, yeah.
I don't know how to feel about this, but I'm going to eat it anyway.
their speech was limited.
Well, it's much more limited now.
You could say that about dolphins.
Yeah, Sam would totally eat a dolphin.
Sam would eat a dolphin. If I know one thing about Sam, is he would eat.
I'll eat
What
any perfectly normal human food.
When in Rome.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, perfectly normal human food. Delicious. Yue
We in
is,
Japan.
is going to walk up to you and say, hi. I'm from Noraneko. I'm
Oh.
Yue, and he's gonna try to shake your hand.
He'll shake the hand back. Nice to meet you.
Where you guys headed to?
Actually, right here. We're taking a look around this area, excavating, looking for artifacts, that sort of thing.
His eyes will like light up bright, like anything? Have you found anything?
Not of particular importance yet, but we are just beginning our search of this area. We have some things in mind that we're looking for, but at the present time, it's just really a test to see what's out here.
You saying there's like treasure out here, or?
Treasure is a bit of a way of saying it, but come, I'll explain after we've eaten at the very least.
You'll all be
What are
served
those?
a big bowl of stew at this point. It's absolutely delicious, and I'm not gonna make you roll to see if there's poison. It is good and not poisoned. I promise.
Great. Tadashi gingerly and ladylikely eats it.
Sam does actually do like a deep like sniff and a little bit of a tasting, and he does his chant that you've heard him do before.
Yep.
He is actually casting detect poison on the food to make sure that you guys are not drugging him.
You'll never believe me. In the whole radius that you in, the only ping of something that could be poisoned or diseased is actually coming from UA's backpack.
Sorry, let me check exactly how that works, because I think it tells me what the source of it is.
I unpack the last wax
It
thing
tells
and then
me
just
the
drop
kind
it into
of
the hot
poison-
soup.
Sorry, Nick.
Go ahead.
Tadashi gags a little bit when you do that. She just goes,
I identify the kind of poison, poisonous creature, or disease.
It is synthetic poisoned.
Okay.
He's gonna he's gonna start pulling stuff out of his backpack while you guys are talking. Actually, he's gonna start putting some stuff together.
So, what has you all traveling through the grasslands? It's not a particularly popular path.
I look over
We're,
at Joe and Tadashi shiftily, like, and just like bury my face in stew.
we're trying to help the people of Toroino figure out this strange round. Something about coal or something, right, UA?
Blue, and he's like
Yes.
setting up, like he's screwing on some kind of like beaker system that is like suspended from like a metal arm, and he's like getting something set up in the corner.
Maybe not right now. Maybe just eat.
But we have everything.
I know, but eat first. An empty.
I forget. Do we know that he fucked the potion, or was it only
I
one
know
person
that I
aware
did
that he
not
fucked
tell
it?
it. Just me.
Yeah, you guys are not aware that he
Yeah.
attempted to make a potion recently and rolled
I'm the
two
only
twos
one.
in a row.
Okay.
Yes.
All confidence to my little boy. He'll take a second and like huff and eat and like glare at you.
Thank you.
What's your name, stranger?
I'm Toroino, but most people just call me Toro.
Nice to meet you, Tor.
You as well.
So you're from the island then?
Around. Well, I'm from the island, but from around the grassland area, yes. I do go into the town every so often to meet with certain individuals. I'm a part of an organization called AHA. I'm not sure if you're aware of it.
We're a bit new, so not quite.
Understandable. But yes, just out and about, doing some excavation on this building and the surrounding area. Nothing too interesting, at least not yet.
UA will pipe in and be like, "Oh, I've heard of Aha. They're really big. They're really big
good.
at cold water.
Indeed, they are.
They're like architects."
Yes, we are. As well as finding old technology from the pre-world.
What exactly are you looking for?
That requires a little bit more of explanation. You see,
One of them
growing
types.
not necessarily. Many of my colleagues, I would say, more align with that kind of interpretation of what the job is to yield. But for myself, I more go with the flow, move through life looking for something of interest at whatever time I find that I'm needing to find something. For example, in this case, I've come here in search of something of sentimental value to myself and my late mother.
Can I insight check that?
Absolutely.
That's a 12.
He is very genuine. When he said the part about his mother, it looked like it was kind of difficult for him to say out loud. So maybe he's still like processing it. UA is going to finish eating and like immediately turn around and start like lighting his beakers and stuff. And he's going to pull out the other half of a beet that has 2 dingly legs off of it and rip one off and put it on the ground. He's gonna go into his backpack. He's gonna pull out a big book that looks pretty tattered but really well cared for, and then put it down. And then he's gonna pull out another book that he starts flipping through that has tons of what looks like mathematical equations on it. And it looks like mathematical equations and like recipes. He even has like the whole like 3 pages of like, me and my husband went on a trip in Syria and we went on a cafe and that's why I love this bread. Like it's like thick text and then like a bunch of ingredients and stuff like that. And he is gonna start pulling out he has a vial of blue water and a vial of pink water, and then he pulls out what looks like fur, like almost like sheep-like fur, and he is gonna start like pouring the blue water in the beaker, and he's trying to get it hot, and then he's like just peering through his notes and stuff like that.
This is how you start a forest fire, you know, gender reveal parties.
Don't cheapen my alchemy.
Well, you said it was pink and blue, and
I never thought about that. Gross. I'm cutting it out. It's orange and black. Nah, it's beautiful. And he's just gonna start like humming to himself. That it's not like a joyful hum. It's more like a thought process hum, like an internal metronome that he's just gonna just and he's just gonna start working on something. It's like 9-ish. It's getting kind of late, but it is not quite everyone's bedtime.
Is the thing that we're camped at a ruin? The building?
I was just about to say that. If you guys want to give me some perception checks to see the current area, let's do that. Because it's so interesting.
15.
22.
Beautiful. So behind the immediate camp is a large ruined building. It has like you could tell that was painted long time ago with like maybe like a greenish blue paint, and it had a sign that said something, but it's really hard to take it out. With your 22 perception, you can make out the number 7 on top of the sign. Inside the building, which is just totally, like the roof has caved in. Like it is virtually impossible to get in the building unless you're like made it a specific goal. Close to the camp, there is a large bench. It looks like it could seat 3 people, with a really heavy back to it, and a really well supported seat. It is sitting there facing the road, as like the road would come up to it and stop there, and then the chair would be specifically for people waiting for a pickup. And that is about it in the area.
So the 7 on the sign is implying that it's like Station 7 and not like 7 brothers.
No, it looks like there's something that should go after 7.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not like a big sign with only 7. It says 7, and then it should continue, but it's too hard.
Is it the number 7 or letters out 7?
It is the number 7.
Okay, if we've poked around, I'll turn around and ask the expert about it. What is this? Do you know? 7 what?
I have my hopes as to what it might be. You see, I am in search of the spirit train.
UA dropped something on his table. It's not like a glass breaking. It's not that dramatic, but it's like, and then like his whole attention is onto this conversation.
And my findings have led me here that this area might be some sort of conduit or resting place at which I might be able to board it.
Does the building look different in style from the other town?
Yes.
Or does it all look like the same time frame?
It looks like a completely different time frame.
Okay. But we don't see any train tracks around here, or?
You do not see any train tracks.
How do we get on the spirit train?
Oh shit. I'm gonna let Nick do an intelligence, like a history check.
So good at those for a place I'm not from. 13.
13. So you do
Yeah.
recognize this sign a little bit from a place that you're from. Something really weirdly familiar about it.
Like it's a postal thing?
No. Like it's like you might have seen this building structure and similar.
I understand what you're trying to imply, Billy.
Yeah,
I think.
maybe.
I'll message you, but I'll just sit there and he's just like stroking his chin looking at it since he's trying to make a singular thought.
Happy little thought. And I cut you off. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna.
What you were saying to Toronto?
I just asked how you got on the train, or how you get on the train.
Well, I feel that it has to do something with this. And you see he reaches into his like top and pulls out this seemingly like a slip of paper with strange like writing on it. He says, "My mother passed this down to me and told me stories about the spirit train and how it connected so many parts of the island as well as different parts of the spirit world. And this is really all that I had to go off of. As far as I'm aware, this would help me get on."
And you want to get on this train? Why?
More so than anything, to honor the memory of my mother. And to... She told me so many stories about it, and yet I've never had the opportunity to experience myself. My friends here agreed to accompany me, hoping that there might be something at the end of it, but for me, it's just the journey.
Yue is gonna pipe up and say, the spirit train can take you anywhere on the island.
Yeah, that's real nice. Sam's gonna start like breaking out his bedroll.
Be anywhere. It's like a pipe up of anywhere, and then like on the island.
It also can
Alright.
take you into the spirit realm.
And that would be helpful because
Well, it's the spirit realm. I mean, he'll grab his storybook and is like showing you pictures of like magical creatures that are on piles of gold, and they're like dragons hoarding huge chests. And there's like, here's a story of a spirit that has owned every gem in the entire mine for eternity. And here's the story of the great sky spirit that will grant you a wish if you meet him. Like, the spirit realm is real.
okay,
It's a big deal.
sure. I'm gonna go to bed now. Too late messing with all of your things, and try not to set anything or make any more.
Aaron, can you switch to push to talk?
Oh yes, I can.
Sorry.
Oh, you're good. Is
Your
it
polite
cutting me out?
little feminine voice just doesn't pick up.
No.
Your Discord honestly just hates you.
Good. Is that working now?
Perfect. Thank you.
Great. I'm just gonna give him a little. Don't stay up too late, okay? All right. Don't blow anything up. And then I'm gonna set my bedroll up as close to Sam's as he will humanly let me.
He is going to start trying to accomplish his first draft of this potion. He's gonna be for basically staying up on the first watch. If it looks like Toroino is actually already on the first watch, so he'll probably accompany him. Are you guys just going to sleep?
Yeah, Sam was gonna wake up early
Wake up.
and maybe take. If there's gonna be a third watch, Sam will be on that.
Okay, yeah,
I'll take that with him.
for sure. Jesse is gonna stay up with the kid because he's the least hurt, so you guys can go back to sleep. Okay. As everyone is tucked into bed, Torino, if you can make a perception check for me while you sit on watch.
That is the 20.
20. So Yue and Jesse are the ones awake. Everyone has fallen asleep, and Yue is comes back from his little alchemical experiment, and he doesn't really have much expression on his face. He just has a vial that looks like it's like dark brown and kind of gold. It definitely looks magical. And he just like sits down and then has his notebook and is like just like making changes in his little book. And he looks up at you and he's gonna ask like, how do you think the train gets here?
Well, I'd be lying if I said I knew. And I would be lying further if I said I had any idea. As far as I can convince myself, it just appears. We've been here a few days now, but no such luck.
Like everything I've read, it seems to be able to take everyone everywhere, but it only like works for spirits. Like no human has ever taken it. Can
No?
I see your ticket?
Of course. There you are.
He's gonna take it and he is going to do a little roll. So he's looking at it and he is silent for a little bit, and then his eyes get really big, and he puts it down, and then he realizes he puts it down way too close to the fire, and then grabs it really quick, and then like hands it back to you. Oh, sorry. And then he'll flip open his storybook, and he'll show you a small story about the spirit train coming to pick a spirit up into the next dimension. In this story, the spirit was a deceased human who took the train to the afterlife, which is one of the many stories about the spirit train. And he shows you a picture of the person getting onto this big train that's made of like translucent blue energy, basically. And the person is holding up a ticket, and on the ticket there is a stamp, and that stamp matches exactly what's on your ticket. It's like
Very similar.
it has to be real.
That it does.
Like it has to be.
Tell me, does it mention in there at all how one summons it?
Not really. It from what I can tell, it just comes for a spirit. I don't know if they do like a spell or some kind of incantation, or they just inherently know. But it just says that the train can come and take. It can come and take people in fives, as long as a spirit comes and asks it to. But
Well,
no
there
one's
we
been
are.
able to do it, and all the spirits we have with us are dead.
I think I do have an idea. It's a long shot, but maybe in the morning, if you and your friends are willing to try it, we could try it out.
Okay, yeah. He's gonna take that really very impressively magic looking vial and push it into his big backpack, and then he is going to lay down on his cot and close his eyes and use his backpack as a pillow. The rest of your shift goes through, and you and Jesse can wake up the next shift. Just to save time, we'll just do 2 shifts, so you two can wake up Joe and Sam, and then your crew, Alfredo and Curly, will also get up with them, and then Tadashi gets her beauty sleep through the night.
Fair enough.
Good.
Joe and Sam, when you guys wake up, you guys can go ahead and give me perception checks.
That is a 19.
19.
I also got a 19.
Beautiful. Specifically, Joe, I would love for you to roll me a, let's say, roll plus your wisdom.
Just my wisdom?
Yeah, just your wisdom.
11.
11? Okay. I was looking for 10. So, as you're staying up, looking around the grasslands, there is no immediate danger, but something feels really, I don't know how to put it, chill about this place. Specifically the bench.
Okay. I'll go sit on the bench.
And when you go sit on the bench,
Wait, how far out of camp is it?
oh, like 10 feet.
Oh, okay.
10, 15.
All right.
I mean, the camp is really close to it. When you go sit on the bench, it has this definitely there is a magic feeling that you get from this bench. It kind of just feels safe for you to sit here.
Okay.
And that's the best way I can put it. There is some kind of inherent safety coming from this bench that you specifically can feel.
Okay. I'll sit on it, and then I'll look over at whatever Sam's doing and say, Sam, come sit on this bench. And I'll pat the...
He kind of gives you a weird look for a moment, and then you pat it. What are you going on about, Joe? He comes over.
There's something real nice about this bench.
What do you mean nice?
I think you just have to experience it, I think. And I'll like look at it, and it just looks like a bench, right? It's just like a thick
Just like a
stone bench or something.
Yeah.
It's just really long, right? You said?
Yeah, like a good amount of people can sit on it. Like it's really long. Give me investigation while you're in the area. Why not?
That's a big old 7.
Hey, Joe, you want to get in on that?
So much for these dice.
Yeah. so yeah,
Wait.
it looks like.
Wait,
like a bench.
Billy, I'm an idiot. That's an 18, or that's a 20, 30-20.
Oh, huge difference.
No, I'm saying I'm using the feat. I'm an idiot.
Oh,
It's
that's
20.
right. Duh. Oh my god, I forgot about the idiot feat. Wonderful. So when you look around it, you see that it looks like additional structuring should have been around the bench. That looks like some kind of awning should have been placed behind it and then wrapped around the front of it. But it looks like whatever that was has been completely removed. With that high of an investigation, you feel something kind of bite you, like on your ankle. And Sam, give me another. You can give me a perception check.
It's like Sam's getting ready to sit on this bench because keep talking about how inviting. Ooh, I got a nat 20 on my perception.
Scaby bench.
20. 23.
So when you sit down and you just try to comprehend what the hell Joe's doing, something bites you on your ankle, and you look down, and it's a flea.
Oh, snap. Like an actual flea or some kind of giant weird flea?
No, it's like a flea. Like you've seen these all the time on livestock.
Yeah.
And it looks like you got bit like a couple of times while you're sleeping.
I guess I'm gonna start looking throughout camp if anyone like does it look like there's fleas all over the place, or is it just over this by this bench here that we're just on now? Like,
I mean, you could do an investigation and like are you like looking on the ground, or are you like looking?
Yeah.
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 Give me
I'm trying to
investigation.
find out where survival. No. Investigation. I got a 16 or is that a 15? I'm sorry. That is a 15. Straight what I rolled. Yeah.
Looking on the ground, you don't really see many fleas. When you look in your bedroll, looks like there are a couple of fleas on it. Looks like they must have just got there recently, because if you would have had a flea-infested bedroll, they would be all up inside of it. So it looks like there's a couple of fleas on it. And are you gonna check anyone else's bedrolls while they're sleeping?
Yeah.
You start looking around on other people's bedrolls, and there are a few scattered on all of them, basically. They're just kind of there. Looks like a
Like
small pest.
his buddies too.
Yeah. Who are gonna start looking at you very weird when you walk up and look at their bed.
Those
bed.
fleas. Are you not feeling these bites?
Oh, the flea. Oh wait, that's not Alfredo's voice.
They're fleas.
Oh, the fleas? They bite us all the time. We don't worry about it too much. Curly has this funny thing about fleas. Curly, tell him that funny thing you say about fleas. And Curly just sits in silence.
Does all of this kerfuffle wake me up?
I'm trying to not wake people up.
Yeah, but Alfredo's pretty loud. You could roll like a con save. We'll say it's a save.
Okay.
The boy's asleep. Teenage boys can sleep through anything.
16.
Yeah, you're asleep.
Perfect.
You would have woke up, just start pedal whipping bitches like back in bed.
I'm sleeping.
I'm gonna go ahead and I guess I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna start gathering some like what we're in like fronds and vines and stuff like that, right? Like the type of vegetation we've got around, or is it more like grasslandy? Like where we are?
Yeah, there's quite a good amount of vegetation in this area. It's not quite forested, but there are a good amount of bushes and like a random little sprouts of trees.
Okay. Yeah, he's gonna grab like a couple leaves off the nearby tree and start, while he's doing his little chant, he is folding a little origami dog. And he's gonna use the little origami dog, and it makes he's, again, I'm not trying to be super loud with this, but like he makes like little realistic sounding barking noises with it and coaxes the fleas forth using speak with animals to get onto his little grass dog.
I don't think I've ever had a player speak to fleas before. Is there an intelligence cap to speak with animals?
Not in 5th edition. That's from 3rd edition.
Oh no, what have you wrong?
I have to come up with a voice for fleas? Like, obviously you have to do Flea from Red Hot Chili Peppers.
No!
But he just sounds like the kid from Wild Thornberries. Okay, so
He does.
one flea who will speak for all of them is gonna come up to you and, well, you talk first. It doesn't, the spell's not animal
right.
speak to me.
No, I'm asking the fleas where they all came from. This is their normal stomping ground. I can probably direct them to some good eating if they, need to find somewhere to go.
We live here.
What brought you here? You weren't here before.
The boys.
What boys?
Those boys. Their blood is hot. You've done this yourself.
Is he pointing out the friends of like the guys who came?
He's referring to that group.
Okay. Is there is there any reason there's so many of you now? Didn't seem like there were that many of you before.
Well, they taste good. And then, well, when a boy flea and a girl flea fall in love.
All right, Sam is confused. It just seemed like there were a lot of fleas. Clearly he's barking up the wrong tree here.
Back on them though?
Oh yeah,
They
sure.
taste, he tasted.
Do they have any stock animals or?
No.
Okay. What direction was the tuber kid?
You're gonna go sick him on tuber? He was like 2 miles southwest.
Yeah, in that direction. There's a steady supply of good fresh.
In 2 lifetimes, you'll find.
I don't know, man. I really love biting on this guy.
That's fair, but he won't be here forever.
It just tastes better. My children live here, man. You could roll persuasion.
Sure. I mean, I think Sam just thought it was like an abnormal amount of fleas. If
I mean, you haven't seen fleas on this island anywhere, and you literally slept like in sheep. So it is. I'm pointing it out because it's something that you have.
I got a
experienced here.
net 2, so
Yeah, I'm gonna go bite the guy.
all right, that would be a 1 actually. Sorry, my negative. Fuck you, flea. Get the fuck out of here.
No, your blood stinks.
I stomp on him.
Fleabur. I'm gonna CGI like a good 6-minute funeral video here with Sarah McLachlan playing in the background.
I will remember you.
Oh, Fleabert.
Oh, Fleabur. So back on that really good bench.
Glad that I wasted everybody's time.
So morning is coming, and it is starting to get everyone back up to start the new day. It begins to sprinkle, just like a light drizzle. And everyone else is getting up from their camp and starting the new day. And Yue eagerly wakes up you, Toroino, and is like, "Can we start? Can we do it now?"
I'd say so.
I think they're gonna.
Excuse me, everyone. Would you mind trying something out with me before you leave?
Sam is like scratching his flea bites. And...
You hear absolutely from behind you. I'm still just sitting on the bench.
Ah.
Your feet.
Perfect, Mr. Joe. And he kind of walks toward the bench and he says, I have a theory. Young Yue has informed me that there is a good chance that only spirited beings can call forth the train. I don't know if this is accurate, but I think if we all come together and maybe try to do it at the same time, maybe this will help in some way.
Sam is making another insight check. He really is convinced you're trying to rip us off in some way. Like, I got a fucking like a 5.
Okay. So yeah, he with a 5, you just don't trust him, but he
Right.
seems completely genuine. The rain is starting to pick up a little bit, just a little bit. It's not like pouring and not gonna make mud anymore, but it is starting to get things wet. Like the campfire starts like sputtering out. Can I have let's do perception checks on everybody.
That is a nat 20 for me, so 24.
Hell yeah.
Mine's a dirty 20.
Mine is a 22.
Mine was a nat 1, so I'm busy.
You're so itchy.
Dealing
Those
with the
fleas
flea
really
bites and
retaliation, do you?
What was Joe? Yours was 20, you said?
22.
22. You're getting a weird smell. It's like a mixture of like wet and moldy. It's definitely like caused by the rain, but like there's like a weird odor that's starting to emit from the vicinity. You can't really pin it down, but it's definitely there's a weird smell. Yue
So
comes
all
up
of us
behind.
that roll-
this.
Yue comes up behind Toroino and like let's do it. Come on, we have to at least try.
What do you all say?
Do we? I rolled a 20. Do I smell that too?
Yes. Anyone over
All of us
anyone
rolled over
over
a certain.
15 would have noticed the weird smell.
Okay. Does anybody notice that it kind of stinks this morning?
Fleas
Also,
love this
why am I
shit.
itchy?
I did notice that when I first awoke, but I mean, maybe it's the coming rain. Maybe it's the sign for the train. I don't know. I don't know what a spirit train would smell like. I wouldn't imagine this, but maybe.
Well, I made this, and he pulled out the potion that he made yesterday. I'm pretty sure it was successful. I feel really confident in it. So, like, if there's a weird smell, it's probably from that.
Can I examine it?
Yeah, you could examine it. You can give me an Arcana check.
Okay. Yeah.
Sam is looking at Joe and Jesse and Tadashi like, are we really fucking doing this, guys? But he's not saying out loud to his
I got
most gracious
17
host.
Arcana.
17 Arcana. It looks pretty legit. Like, nothing compared to the first run-in you had with something that he's created.
Yue, this is very impressive.
Thanks. I mean, I made one already, so this is our second one, and you know, I could spend some time here, and we could just bust them out while we're trying all this stuff out, and we could accomplish both things at the same time.
Yeah, all right. I mean, I guess if we need to hang out anyway, we can do Mr. Toro's little train endeavor.
Yeah, absolutely. He's gonna start like really eagerly, like setting up his stuff and pull out all his books, but he's gonna do it kind of like at the entrance of the old building.
Sam is gonna frown, but he's not gonna voice any dissent.
Mr. Toro, what's the plan exactly? Have you tried sitting on this bench, by the way? And I pat it. Gives me a real good feeling.
He'll walk over and he'll take a seat next on it. And he'll say, all I can think to do is, just for all of us at the same time, to verbally say out into the world that we're looking to board the spirit train. Would anyone like to join us? I see you're already on board, Mr. Joe.
I'm
I'll
in.
go hop on the bench.
While you're sitting next to Joe, Toroino, I want you to roll a perceptions check. I'm gonna message you fast. There's nothing.
Sam is gonna like put his fingers up to his lips and suddenly let out a shrill whistle.
Is that one of you?
Sam makes weird noises sometimes. It's pretty cute.
He's looking around after he does that, kind of ignoring you guys.
Give me a perception check while you're looking around.
That is an 18.
You look around. You are not seeing anything on the horizon, and you're not really hearing any kind of sounds either. It's like a really cute, picturesque painting of a grassland with hills that roll into the mountains, and it's starting to have a little bit of an overcast as the rain is pouring down.
Am I noticing like of the sounds of other animals around and stuff, or is it gotten quiet?
There are no other animals around, and it's kind of been quiet. You haven't really heard any kind of animals since you've been here.
Okay, that is setting Sam off.
All right.
He's like
well-
starting to pull out his bow, but he's not like, you know, he's just slowly getting his stuff together,
So,
getting like his armor on and stuff.
I believe all together now.
You're just like getting ready for the day, right? You're not like getting hostile.
No, but like I am really like being paranoid and kind of ignoring Shawn's character and like what he's doing, this whole train thing. I'm kind of just like, yeah, whatever. But
I love this. There's like a work group teamwork exercise happening in the background, and Sam's like
He's the mailroom guy who's like, don't make me socialize, man.
and yeah, go ahead and take it away, Toronto. I keep calling you Toronto. I'm sorry about that.
You said Toro.
Toro.
You should be good. Toro says, he's like, okay. Together now. Please come forth, Spirit Train.
Please come forth, Spirit Train.
Please come forth, Spirit Train.
Spirit train, yeah. Come forth.
Nothing is happening.
Well, that's a bummer.
Oh,
gonna take it.
Joel, come try harder. Come sit on the bench with us.
I'm gonna take out my ticket
What?
and I'm gonna say, maybe if we just all hold it at the same time? And he's gonna hold it like at his chest so that the other two on the bench can hold it.
Have I got my armor on at this point yet, Billy?
Yeah, it's on.
Okay. All right, then I'll come over for a moment.
I grab a corner of the ticket. Just
When Joe
What is going on?
when Joe touches the ticket, the stamp on the ticket begins to glow like a pale blue.
Oh, well, something's happening. All right, all together.
I think it's working.
Spirit Train, come forth.
Spirit Train, come forth.
You hear a
Spirit Train,
whistle
come
in the back.
forth.
My goodness, it worked. I didn't think that would work. I honestly, I didn't, but you know, awesome. Incredible even.
It sounds.
Oh, what fun! I do love trains.
The whistle seemed really distant but close at the same time. After everyone has this bout of excitement, and UA too, UA's jumping and screaming, like, "No way! That's insane! Are we actually gonna be able to ride the spirit train? That will be the first
if you'd like.
mortals to do that."
We know of.
Every story I heard about getting on a train that leads to the other side doesn't end well for those getting on it.
I won't ask that any of you get on if you don't feel comfortable doing so, but
We could
at
take,
least for me, I'd love to.
we could take the train straight to the mountain. We could bypass all the travel.
Oh, right. It goes all around the island, right?
Yeah,
It could take us straight to hell.
I mean, I don't know what that is. Is it like?
Tadashi's just gonna give Sam. Tadashi's just gonna give Sam like a really stern, like, just let them have this kind of a look.
I will say there is only 5 people allowed.
That's what the story
Well-
says. Yeah.
There's 5 of us right now.
At that
Curly and Alfredo.
at that moment, like, of realization, the rain starts to pick up a little bit more, and there's still no train, and you're left in this like weird, awkward moment of like trying to figure out, like, did anything even happen? And then in the silence, Yue is gonna say, "Joe, what did you do to the ticket?"
What? We all did it.
But it didn't glow until you touched it.
I was the last to touch it.
A train horns off in the background, gathering everyone's attention again. You still don't see.
Closer or?
It sounds a little closer, but it's still really hard to tell. The train horn really like picks up and echoes off all the hills that you think it's coming from like the eastern direction or upwards, looking at the map, and but it kind of like scatters around.
I'm
However,
grown concerned that it's about to just barrel through the camp, folks.
I hope not, but I think it'll be in front of this bench. How about this? Joe, you seem trustworthy. Why don't you hold on to this and see if maybe that helps?
All right, and I'll grab the ticket.
What were you asking, Billy?
Check your phone.
Oh, sorry.
When you grab the ticket, it doesn't really. Are you still sitting on the bench? Yeah. So
Unless we've had reason to get up.
no. So if you've been sitting on the bench the entire time, when you grab the ticket, it starts to glow again when you hold it on the bench.
Joe, are you a spirit?
No, I'm an American man. I'm a national
American.
hero.
That is true. You are the comp.
Guess I'll come sit on the bench as well.
Huzzah!
I'm a comp.
Well, for those of us going, Alfredo, Curly, are you two okay just waiting behind? Maybe I'll meet up with you shortly after.
Oh, yeah, boss. We'll meet you back up at the spot.
That works for me.
Oh,
Well, if
Mr. Cooper, are you going to be all right as well?
Jesse is gonna step forward after being forgotten about by the DM. I mean, I'd rather not. I'd rather not be stuck with two lovely gentlemen that I don't really know very well.
that's fair.
Yeah, I'd like to stay with the group if that's okay. Maybe the kid could kick it. I don't know.
Well,
he can make
how about
potions.
this? Well, I have an idea. This can take us anywhere on the island. What if myself, UA, and maybe one of you or two of you, up to 5, just board the train, come right back? If that's how it works, I don't necessarily know.
Sounds good to me.
I mean, if Joe could call it, then why not?
Again, I
So
don't
be
think
it.
I'm doing anything.
Point.
Are you sure about that, Joe?
Nope.
It
Seemed to
does seem to
respond
glow
to
when you
you.
touch it, yeah.
Why don't you try giving it a whistle?
Okay. And he whistles.
Your whistle kind of just like cutely hits off all the little mountains, and nothing has happened yet. It looks like you guys are just kind of waiting. UA is gonna roll another check for his potion. Ooh woo. Makeup.
Crushed it.
It doesn't work.
Can't
It says ooh woo. So it's a crit.
How long to speak with animals last? 10 minutes?
10 minutes, yeah.
Warn them of the train.
I want to ask the fleas
Warn them of the train.
if they've been on any wolves.
Where are you gonna go do this?
Are the fleas not still around?
The fleas are around. You just have to like squat down by a little section.
Yeah. Yep. Sam doesn't care about people thinking he's being weird.
So Sam squats and starts squeaking at the ground.
I have my little grass dog. I'm barking at the ground. Thank you.
You're barking at the fleas.
Yeah, well, yeah, because I can't speak fucking flea. Like,
Give
it's,
me some
but-
flea. What do you ask the flea?
If they've been on any wolves recently.
I don't remember my flea voice.
Yeah, what's up
Yeah,
with this guy?
there he is.
Bostonian.
I don't know what that is.
All right, get the fuck out. Get the fuck out of here.
Why did I come back?
Also, real quick, could you? I messaged you DM.
Oh, sorry.
I just had a quick question.
How dare you, Billy? You're supposed to be omnipotent. Sam is gonna get his bow actually ready at this point. He's convinced.
Do you think the train has a card room? Or like a bar? Do you think it's like a proper train? Or do you think it's just like seating?
Shh. Sam's gonna try to shush her and is like trying to listen acutely for sounds of a predator.
So rude.
One sec.
Everything all right?
Smell something.
I do
Smell
smell
something.
dog.
That's the smell.
That is the smell. Sort of wet, fur-like.
Like a wolf.
Yeah. Yeah. Sort of.
Do I see the train yet?
So let's do all perception checks around the table. While you guys are saying this, Yue is gonna come into the group and then have the vial, and he's like, this one's my best one yet. This one is absolutely perfect. Perception checks, 20. Anyone over
Mine's a
16?
9. Also, hey, is it perfect?
12.
12. So you guys do not see anything quite yet.
Well, I
I'm
guess we
going
just.
to go ahead and set up a hunter's trap at the spot. I don't know if I can use survival or something, but where I think a beast would try to like come at whoever would be like the best target, like, or you know, I'll put out some bait. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll put out.
So you're leaning down and you're getting the trap ready to go, and you pull out. What kind of bait do you pull out?
It would probably be like I'll pull out meat. Like I have meat, some dried meat probably, but you know.
As you do that, a katana is thrust through your shoulder,
Oh shit!
and I would like everyone to roll initiative. And Toro, can you roll damage for me?
9 damage.
Thank you. Sam, you
I guess.
Can you do me a favor and describe how your attack comes for the seemingly unsuspecting, but unfortunately not fast enough ranger?
Around the time that he spoke to the fleas in front of Toroino, he got this look about him, as if he was understanding what was being said. And as you begin setting your trap, he just quickly kind of reaches down, grabs, looks to his right, kind of downwind from where the bench is, and he's just going to cut directly across, aiming for a killing blow, but is just not able to with the ranger being aware of what's coming.
Yeah, it is like a last moment. Like you would have, if you had sneak attack, been able to fuck him up, but he is spider sense last second.
Has anyone rolled over 20 on their initiative?
Or initiative, I haven't rolled my god. Sorry. Yeah, that's a 24.
All right, so we have our good friend Sam. Anyone over 15?
16.
I'm 15 exactly.
Surprise! I brought a guest to hit you guys.
No.
Oldest
Sam-
trick in the book.
Sam does look like he is like surprised though, like he like maybe had just started to let his guard down around these folks.
That's what you get for trusting people.
Now he'll
Yep.
never be able to love.
So during this,
Oh, and that wasn't a crit, by the way, right? That was just a normal hit, right?
This is normal hit.
Cool. Just matters for my curse.
you look up and when the attack was hitting you, it almost the wave of wet dog smell hit you first, right before the katana did, and then it all like clicked, and then you kind of flash back to earlier yesterday when you were asked by a shepherd, are you a wolf? You have to tell me if you are a wolf. You were like, that guy is crazy.
Yep. Sam does believe in the supernatural, and now here it is, biting him in the face or in the back.
And Sam, it is your turn.
All right, I'm gonna shout out to everyone. They're wolves, and I pull up my blade. I'm gonna stab him.
A blade.
I guess I will use my bonus action to finish corrupting my attack. No. I'm assuming a 7 does not hit.
That does not hit. No.
All right.
And then I'll position myself on the other side of him so that he and Aaron are flanking him.
Perfect. It is Joe's turn.
Huzzah. So we just see you attack each other, basically.
Mm-hmm. It looks
All right.
like Alfredo and Curly have pulled out weapons.
Where are they on the map?
This is
Oh,
Alfredo.
okay. I thought that was the child because he has a potion.
No,
Okay.
originally I was gonna have a nerd there, and I just didn't change it. So, Curly is a secret nerd. He is an intellectual, and you shouldn't judge him
Alright.
based on his little put-off personality. There's a heart of gold back there.
Okay. Then I will just pull out one of the boomerangs and flick it with the wax and throw it at Toro.
Okay, go ahead, give me a attack.
Is that Aaron? That's like north of the boy. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry, my
Okay, stay right.
squish.
That is a. What is my bonus on this character? That is a 21.
That does hit.
Right, go ahead and give me damage.
Classic. I believe my sneak attack went up.
I'm threatening him, so
That is a big 7, 8, 9, 10, 13.
What type of damage?
What kind of damage?
It is slashing from the boomerang.
It does not
I-
seem to have much of an effect.
It seems to just kind of flick off my body.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, dang it. And he'll regrettably start a fire in his hand and then pull the long cord out of his arm again
It's kind of harrowing.
as his hand melts off around it.
It looks like he pulled a vein out and it caught
Just
fire.
a normal human man. But I can't attack with it or anything.
No, not.
All I got was bonus action.
you're like the $6 million man, but with wax.
The dollar store dollar man.
We have
Six
$1
million
man
tallow.
at
6 million tallow man.
Tadashi, it is your turn. It is your turn?
Yeah, I'm immediately gonna pedal out of just panic instinct. Yep. So is an 18 hit you?
Yes.
Take pedal damage. God damn it, I roll a 1 every time. 1 pedal damage.
What's the damage type?
It's magic.
It's magic, yeah.
Perfect.
And then my action. My action, I am gonna cast Water Bullet. Oh no, I have to back up. Never mind, I'm not gonna do that.
You could do it,
I'm
but you'd have
just-
disadvantage.
Yeah, that was my. Because we established that last time. I'm just gonna Thorn Whip ya. Just gonna whip ya.
She flips out her little ribbon apparatus.
What's the plan if we did remember to ask, "Are you a wolf?"
They would have to tell you
Right.
immediately.
Yeah, that's the rule.
Yep.
No, that's a 7, so that's gonna miss.
It looks
All right.
pretty though, as it cracks
does.
off the way. Shawn, what was your initiative?
Mine was 10.
Yeah, cool. So you are after Tadashi. I had that right.
Okay. With that, he's going to kind of look around at where everyone is, and he's going to actually move down a space closer to the fire. And upon getting there, he's going to kind of flourish his blade as he begins to whisper rapidly to himself before stabbing this sword down in the ground. Channel Divinity Rushing Rapids. I need everyone to make DC 13 strength saving throws or be pushed 5 feet outside of the radius, which is 20 feet.
19.
Strength saving throw?
Mm-hmm.
You said
It's one of my good ones.
it was 10 feet, right?
I said that's
It's 20 feet.
Hey,
a
15,
big
so
ol'
14.
9 for me, Haas.
The
And then they get pushed 5 feet outside of that radius.
boy gets pushed.
So,
50 gets pushed.
yeah.
I get
Homebro gets pushed. Nick, what was yours?
I rolled the 15 and I have -1, so it was a 14.
Perfect. And Sam was fine.
Okay. Upon doing that as well, as he stands up, he goes, "All right, boys, the train's on its way. Let's deal with these ones very quickly. Take everything they have, as I will then." How many? Yes, I have 2 channel divinities at this level, right? Pretty sure. I will also bonus action Blessed Pool. Actually, never mind. Strike that because they're not hurt yet. I will. Can I move through Alfredo's space?
Yeah, you can move through Alfredo's space.
I'll move through Alfredo's space and come down to. That should be fine. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I'm going to move to the spot just bottom left of Curly.
Do I get an attack of opportunity?
Yes, he would.
I believe so.
Does an 18 hit?
18 does hit.
All right. So. Loot. Okay. And I am going to go ahead and mark you as my favorite foe.
Okay.
So that's 14 points of piercing damage.
It does not do anything, unfortunately.
Anything at all.
Anything at all.
Not
Okay.
super.
And then 5 points of necrotic.
That does something. There we go.
Alfredo is going to wolf out here. He starts to go back into his regular form. As you know that these are wolf wares. They are wolves that turn into humans. So you're not gonna catch the wolf ware because you can't be a human who turns into a human. But I thought about playing with that. I thought it was funny. Just like turn into a different guy. Like also named Alfredo, but no. So he's gonna wolf
Dr.
out.
Jekyll, Mr. Hyde.
He's gonna wolf out, and that is going to. Need to make sure real fast if that takes its
Action or bonus action. Yeah.
uses his action to polymorph. Okay, so yeah, he's gonna use his action to wolf out, and so is Curly, who is after him. So they are now full wolf. He is going to 5, 10, 15, 20 come here and start growling menacingly. And then after that, it is Jesse's turn. Jesse is going to try to... first thing he's going to do is use his inspiration to give to Tadashi. So Tadashi, you have a d6 of Bardic Inspiration, because Girly, you need it. You roll like me, and I feel really bad for it. Yeah. And then he's gonna use his action to put on a mask. So he opens his briefcase and pulls out a porcelain mask with a big mustache on it. When he connects it to his face, it looks painful as it melds into the skin around it, then changing his body into the cover of a romance model Fabio-esque person with long blonde hair that's always blowing like there's a fan on it. And he goes, ha ha, with a sword that he knows how to use, but it doesn't look that confident in it. And then that is gonna end his turn, and that will bring us to the boy, who is going to just use his action to dodge in the corner, bringing us back to Sam.
Okay, seeing as his sword didn't do anything, he's gonna drop it and pull out his whip, and I'll take a 5-foot step so that then I'm threatening Toro again.
Right there?
Yes.
Got it.
And I'm gonna go ahead and whip him.
Whipping good.
And that is a 17.
That does it.
All right. So that is 4 plus 1. That's 5. So that's 10 points of slashing damage. Does that do anything or no?
That does not do anything either.
Okay, completely ineffective. Cool. But it does do 5 points of necrotic.
That does. You see the necrotic kind of weighing down his body as he starts to move more sluggishly.
He's good. Sam is starting to figure out what's going on at this point. He's going to shout out, "They're immune to normal weapons!"
Perfect. And then we're going to move to Joe.
Okay. I am going to whip my new friend. But I'm going to move to the other side, so he's flanked.
My Curly. My sweet Curly.
23.
Yeah, that's gonna hit him.
Huzzah. That is 9. 17.
It's all fire too, right?
23 damage. Yeah, fire damage.
Fuck. Okay, yeah. Your creepy wick whip is blazing hot as it just slaps into this werewolf skin, and he reacts by growling and trying to shake the weird wax that's left over from your vein.
Yeah, I'm gonna burn all that fur.
It smells awful.
And then I will duck or disengage so that I'm basically diagonal one more so that I can hit both of them. Yeah.
Sweet.
So I slash him and duck under and then run to the other side of that big fire.
Awesome. And
Is the fire still going if it's raining?
no,
by the way?
so the fire, okay, that's the one thing I can't delete.
You said it was guttering out.
It was, and when he channeled Divindied with his big wave of water, the fire is totally up.
Oh, that was water that splashed us?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
I missed that. Thank you. Refreshing.
It feels really good.
Fills
on
up your canteen.
bites.
Well, you know how I feel about the ocean, Billy.
Oh, we don't have enough time to go for it. Voluptuous and
That's a callback.
salty. Anyway, Tadashi.
Okay. Hold on. Okay, yeah, he's still in range. Hey Toro, go ahead and make a grapple check for me, buddy, as I cast Monkey's Grasp on you.
Let's do. That's an out one. Maximum 4.
Thank God, because I only rolled like an 11.
A weird ephemeral, greenish-hued, spirit-like monkey paw has like exploded out of the ground, surprising you, and it just grabs around your body. You're going to take damage on the top of your turn, but until you're able to break free from this, you are effectively grappled.
Okay.
And it is your turn.
I have a bonus action.
Oh, I'm sorry, ma'am.
I am going to hop my way over to... Yeah, let me get in flanking with that guy that Sam is up on. So
Alfredo?
Yeah. And hit, Alfredo, and hit him with my pedals.
Pedals.
My pedals is gonna be a 17.
That hits.
Yeah, take 4 slashing damage.
He loves
Pedal slashing damage.
He loves your little magic pedals. As the pedals cut through him, there's like a look of surprise on his face because 1, pedal shouldn't hurt, and 2, he is immune to slashing, so it is like freaking him out.
How dare you make me bleed my own blood?
You have to do it in the voice. The one I forgot. I already forgot his voice. It was like,
How dare you make me bleed my own blood?
there he is. There's the Alfredo we know and love.
Wait a second, Billy. My version's been ruined. How are these fleas biting these wolves? They're immune to piercing.
They're not.
They're magical fleas.
We've been trying all day. We're starving out here.
Oh no, my plot. There's so many holes. I just start ripping papers up. I'll make it.
Next time you make backstories for the flea.
We just watch Billy have like a deep existential crisis for the next like 20 minutes.
I need to. I just start recording my YouTube apology video.
Did you guys watch that video? It's like 2 hours long, and then there's just a guy screaming for the last 3 hours until the camera cuts.
I think someone cut their power.
In the future, you have to make a dog dungeon, so that way, you know, if you need to have a side quest for these. I'll tell you what's going on, but you have to do this.
I do have the words Fleabert and all capitalized on them.
It's just a dungeon full of dogs, but we can't figure out how to get in there.
Well, I figure you guys have to get reduced and go down to fight the flea monster on the dog. It's a dog dungeon.
Dog dungeon, obviously. Toro, it is your turn. I'm sorry.
Can I use my action to try and escape the grapple?
Absolutely, but you do need to take the damage at the top of the turn.
Perfect. How much?
Which is
D8 necrotic.
5 necrotic damage.
5 necrotic. All right.
And you're
And
able to
then-
do a strength check. Strength save.
Is it strength save?
Save.
Or is it... Oh, okay.
It's a grapple check, so it's a strength check.
Oh, I got this.
Can I do... Am I able to do acrobatics then?
If it's a grapple contest, then you should be able to do acrobatics.
That's a 16.
Oh god.
And you're using your
Oh,
wisdom
thank god.
modifier.
Mhm.
17 for me.
Hell yeah.
Oh!
You can't get away that easily.
This is the first time to
You see, he's
kicked ass, so like we're all really happy right now.
So happy.
he's just
Celebration by
angrily
getting so
cutting.
Do you have any wolf-like features yet, or do you still just look like a human? Right.
He's just a human right now.
Okay.
You see, he's just cutting at it, but he's just not able to get free. At that, he looks up, seeing his friends injured, and he begins to whisper like a whisper that grows into a wave that crashes down like through like auditory senses. I'm going to use my bonus action for Blessed Pool. I'm going to heal both of my allies for 9 points of damage. So they're 9 hit points.
9 healing. 9 healing.
Perfect.
And that's my turn.
They'd love it. So Curly is going to he's going to try to bite Mr. Jeffsy. Curly has to miss. Yeah, that's Sorry, Toro, you're fighting with me rolling, and I'm notorious for rolling garbage. Alfredo is going to attack Tadashi because she's the one attacking their main guy, and he got a 9, so that's absolutely wonderful for them. And it's gonna go back to Jesse, who is going to use his. He's gonna use his action to. He's gonna mark you, Toro, as the protagonist, which means that you. For a minute, you have you have. Oh no, never mind. So he has a reaction ability now that he can lower the damage you do if he uses his reaction to do it. Other than that, it doesn't affect you at all. But he just has you marked. That's that, and he is going to. He only has one bardic inspiration left, so he is going to hold on to it, and that is going to end his turn. And then my sweet boy, is going to dodge, and that brings us back to Sam.
Okay, so I want to know, Billy, if I was to grab like a burning brand from the fire as an improvised weapon, would that just do 1 point of damage per the torch description, or
I would do improvised weapon damage for fire, because that sounds fun.
Cool.
Absolutely. You have to grab all the fire's out.
Oh, that's right. You said the fire was out already.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was thinking the fire was still burning.
If you
Never mind.
If you light a torch with an action.
Yeah, if it's raining though, I assume it would.
It is raining and it is picking up.
So
the torch
no.
will probably be only lit for a couple of turns.
I guess I'll just keep whipping. Whipping good.
Looking good.
Whipping real good. All right. Do I hit? No, I do not. That was a 9. That's me. I would use my bonus action to try to corrupt it, but that was me.
Okay, we go down to Joe.
Okay, I will use bonus action to aim, so I'm not moving, and I'm going to hit Toro. Does a 16 hit you?
Yes, it does.
Thank God. Alright, you take... I rolled the wrong dice.
I should've gotten in melee with him. Sorry, Nick.
He gave himself
It's
advantage.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
It's a thing I can do. 8 plus 7, so 15. 20 damage total fire.
20 fire.
Yeah.
All right. Toroino is not looking good.
Okay, and it goes to Tadashi.
Why'd you do this, Mr. Toro? There was room on the bench for everyone.
The bench was my happy place.
I just want to say, he picked his name Toro, and we're at a bus stop. We're playing a Studio Ghibli style game. I'm just now connecting that.
Yeah, it hurts me deeply.
Your friendly
It's fine.
neighbor.
Well, another fun fact, Toroino is Japanese for from Troy because he's a betrayer, like the Trojan horse.
Levels.
Like an
It's so
onion.
funny to me. My character was so sus of you, but not like in that way. Like I did not think, oh, werewolves are gonna kill us. I was like, this guy's trying to scam us.
I tried to hint so many times.
Right.
Like, I established werewolves.
Connected to 7-Eleven. What's that have to do with the betrayal?
Right? It's like, we're at 7-Eleven.
That's for funsies.
Any hoozle Methuselah.
Yeah, that was me.
I'm
So
gonna
what is it
yes
with
me.
the trade
I'm
at a
gonna-
7-Eleven?
Right? Our insides.
Troy.
Too.
Troy betrayed.
Yeah.
The Great Betrayal at Greece happened at 7-Eleven. I had to Google it, like, because, like, it's actually, like, from a different timeline, but I was like, wait, did 7-Elevens exist before the 30s? And they did. So I was like, fuck, yeah, you might even know what this is, so. Sorry, Tadashi, I've taken so much of your time.
It's fine.
You're beautiful and wonderful.
I know. Alright, I'm going to first whip this man with my petals. Nope, that's a 1.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna whip him with my thorn whip. That's a 10.
That also misses.
Woo.
She's back.
Killing it. Killing it.
High roll.
I believe you have advantage, right?
Oh, yeah, you would have advantage on the Thorn Whip.
Oh, you're right.
It's not a ranged attack, right? It's just
No.
No.
It just has reach.
Aha! 24.
24 hits.
Great. Take 4 thorn whip damage.
Curly love. Well, no, not Curly. Alfredo loves it.
Alfredo, yeah.
Okay, it is Mr. Toro's turn.
How hurt do my allies look?
They look pretty
Oh, also,
good,
You
except
take
for
necrotic damage.
Curly. Oh yeah, you have to take D8.
Oh, right.
4.
4. All right.
They look pretty good. Except for Curly.
They do.
Curly looks not that great.
Toroino, he's gonna try to escape the thing,
Absolutely.
just to see if he can. That is 19.
I only rolled an 18.
Yeah, you peel yourself out of
Slip
the monkey's paws.
Disappeared.
Looking around, he's kind of holding his side. He seems beaten, and suddenly he's going to say, all right, hold on. Hold on.
Curly
And he's going to sheath his weapon. Curly Alfredo, right? We surrender. We don't want this to be the last time we're anywhere else.
They're like, they have guns, hands up, like.
We're still in initiative, right?
Yeah, we could take a break from initiative here to talk. No problem.
I mean, do we want to, Nick? Like, I don't know how long your whip lasts, so.
Oh yeah, we're just
we can.
I'm just giving you guys a free spot to talk, and then we'll just jump back into initiative. I'm not gonna take time.
Can I just insight check that real quick?
Yeah.
Yeah, seems like a good idea.
I rolled a 7.
Do I want to use it? I rolled a 2, but actually I rolled a 15 because I'm an idiot. So it's an 18.
One second. Okay.
Mr. Toro, we trusted you once.
He seems incredibly honest. He looks like on the brink of death, and he looks like he wants to just wash his hands clean and walk away. And you hear a train whistle loudly. You don't see anything yet, but the ground.
His buddies are still like hybrid wolf form, right? Like,
Yeah.
they're all snarling beasts.
At this point, when you
like,
look at the
range
ground
back.
in the road, you see little blue lines that look like they would make the form of train tracks, and that they're starting to apparate on the ground around you.
Like where we're all standing.
Mhm.
Oh no. I was right.
Fair barrel him through the camp.
But he seems incredibly honest, like he just wants to run. Hey.
You drop your things, and maybe we'll consider letting you live after that nasty trick you pulled on us.
I understand that you're upset. Hear me out. Allow me and my friends to board the train. You'll never see us again. And I'll give you this. And he pulls a ring off of his hand.
The ring looks magical as hell.
Is it?
Right, you toss it over here.
He'll toss it over.
You can give me
I'm
an
gonna
arcana
catch
check.
it. Woohoo! Our Marcana's my good stat.
You love it.
Oh, I rolled an 18.
Hell yeah. Yeah, this looks magic as hell.
Boys, this here's magic.
All right.
Definitely valuable.
I'll slurp the like wick back into my arm.
Oh goodness.
Then I just like slowly mold a hand back into place.
Does that hurt?
Every time.
That's the first time you've said that. I never knew it hurt you.
Like he's Wolverine.
Mailman Wolverine. So the tracks are really formed, and you look over towards the north of the map.
We need to get out of the way, folks.
Yeah, do the other two guys look like they're like raring at the bit, like barely holding back, or do they look like they're more reasonable, like how
They're
Toro
going
is?
to, at this point, reshape back into a human and start moving out of the way of the tracks.
Yeah, I was gonna say I would
Toroino will as well.
Yeah, I'm moving out of the way, but I'm just watching them. Are they like unnaturally healing?
Natural what?
Unnaturally healing? Like, are their wounds like closing up in front of our eyes or anything?
No.
I would just like it noted I have not put my pedal storm down, and I'm just like, but Samuel, he stabbed you, and I don't know about this.
Yeah, I don't know either.
We don't wish you any more harm. I heard you speaking with the fleas, and I was worried that you would attack us if you knew what we were. All I'm asking is that we be given our ticket, we will leave you, and you'll never see us again. And you could keep the ring.
What does the ring do?
For me, it helps with concealing my intentions and being able to generate speech at a moment's notice in order to mask myself.
Do I think he's telling the truth about that?
Yeah.
That he's ringless.
Can I tell now that he's ringless? It's like, oh snap.
There is well, not really, because he's telling you the truth.
Sure.
The ring actually helps you do the opposite.
Right.
And through that, you can, with your high enough Arcana check, you would know that this ring is a ring that gives you advantage on deception checks. So it's a dope ring. The train is starting to pull in. You see this translucent blue light that just has the shape of a train. You see the smokestacks that no smoke pours out of. It looks like you should be able to see through it, but you can't. And you hear the sounds of brakes squealing against metal as it pulls up to a bench that now has a pole standing up next to it with a large sign on it that says "Stop 42."
What are you people? You werewolves?
We are wolf wares. We grew up in these grasslands, and eventually were able to take this form.
I'm glad we didn't have to send you on the spirit train the traditional way, mister. And I'll like slick the ticket with wax so that I can throw it like a boomerang over to you.
The doors of the train.
We know, it's gross.
Thank you for your mercy. And I know we shouldn't have it. But we thank you for it all the same. Enjoy the ring.
Just
That's
salutes because he doesn't know what to do with this one.
Sam turns away. He doesn't go off. He's grumbling.
He's grumping.
This feels like when you're sending someone to war and they're like, I'm not coming back. So he's just like,
the three men who began their life as wolves and found out that they had a strange curse that they used as an ability to just create a different life for themselves. They walk onto this train. The doors close behind them. You hear a loud, almost deafening train whistle blow, and the train starts to move forward, and it kind of just pushes along tracks. And as you watch it push forward, it slowly just dissipates into nothing, and you are staring out at the grasslands.
Jesse, Sam is looking at the ring and looking at Jesse for a moment, like pondering, like both the evil and good that Jesse could do with this ring.
Jesse looks really sweaty. He's just like, and we're gonna leave it there tonight.
Woo.
Woo!
Hey.
As the train disappears, Toroino's like, all right, gang, now let's get rich.
Thanks for coming and betraying us.
we're gonna rob.
Of course, thanks for letting me betray you.
Rude.
Thank you so much, Shawn. That was a lot of fun. Can you tell all my viewers where they can get more Shawn?
Over on my channel at The Delver, I make videos about history of D&D and fantasy, and then we do an actual play every week. But yeah, that's where you can find me.
Rad. All right. Thank you guys so much. It was a lot of fun, and goodbye. I love you.
Bye.
Bye.